think about that last game. They're just able to hunt always because cooldown's so low and limited. And Yatoro certainly can carry this, but
sure.
I don't know, man. I feel like VP, their team fight with all spells active, a good Chrono still neuters most of the Spirit lineup. A BKB Void just kills Warlock, kills Mirana. My head saves himself. Well, maybe. Arrow.
Oh, that's going to be a first blood here, surely. Let's see who gets the kill. Oh, yeah, they'll let Toronto Tokyo take this for the mid lane. First blood for him.
I'm dead.
What did he just buy off the bat? He's not Russian bottle, just free stats now. That's nice.
Yeah, just got the full one coming out for ready for the laning stage. A nice early move here from Spirit. And I mean, so as you say, it's a lot of long cooldowns on Spirit's side, but I mean, over on VP, they have Chronosphere and RP, but just overall, you feel that VP's lineup just can get more done without the big ultimates?
Oh, arrow again. Nice juke.
It's all right.
They got him. No, they didn't. The wand that he didn't buy. No, that was the
It was just his stick shot, yeah. Toro's stick was enough to save him there with the Shadow Word. Toronto actually ended up losing his courier, so he won't up the wand early. As the courier is actually getting taken down amidst all that chaos.
Well, entertaining start to be sure. And yeah, I think that Spirit, they play best when they don't have to sit on their hands. And in this game, there's going to be moments where they simply can't be active, and then the Empower just negates any sort of farming advantage a Wraith King might have against a Void. And also, DM, he's been standout for me so far in this game, or in this series, rather.
Sure, what, even last game, you feel that he was playing the best?
I mean, he was doing his job. Perhaps he could have got active a little more, but he was trying to farm that blink up, beat his carry to it. And in this game, this lane specifically, they want to pull the wave out of tower. That 3 armor bonus to Yatoro is pretty significant.
Well, that's pretty insane there as well. Look at his win rate. 5 games this patch on Wraith King, hasn't lost a game.
Hey, it's like the Alliance DK. When in doubt.
And look at this as well. Collapse. 7 games, hasn't lost a game.
Wow.
You don't get better win rates on your off lane and carry than this. So even though the draft may be stacked up against them.
Oh, look at that. Mira, 9-1.
I mean, there's no denying they win on these heroes. They win an awful lot on these heroes.
Will they win this game, though? This is the toughest competition they've got left. Virtus.pro is all that stands between them and a bonus 200 DPC points, which I believe would place them at 600 total. Pretty close to the threshold that I think will get you into TI. Just talking with a couple stats guys, they figured it'd be somewhere between 600 and 800. Or rather, 500 and 700. I just made that up, but it sounds right, doesn't it?
Well, it sounds like a lot. It's a big number.
I'm dead. I'm dead.
Let's see. Interesting. So DM though going a different build. When we saw Koifa play this, it was a 2-0-1.
Yeah,
he's going for a totally different style. And I'm surprised by that. They have CM aura, so you'd figure that they'd actually be playing more to cast spells. So bit of an innovation in comparison to what we see in the Western EU division.
She's saved, doing a very good job here of pushing back the 2 of them on his own. Just the power of the Lina in the lane. And mid. And so far, Toronto Tokyo having the edge, but we'll see how much things begin to change once GPK's got the levels and able to mess with the Mars quite a bit with that EMP. That's bottom. Oh, little rushed with the arrow there this time, Mira, but it doesn't matter.
Wow.
It doesn't matter at all. The physical damage just destroying Kingslayer.
Yeah, it's a rough CM game. I like the early level in Gush. I always get a little sad whenever I see a Tidehunter skip it because the minus armor, it's one of the best level 1 spells in Dota. 40% slow, -4 armor, lasts 4 seconds. And you can see, especially like CM,
destroys them. You got this any sort of lane backup that's able to get him with the easy hits, and Mirana, absolutely one of those heroes. have a good shot of getting a lot of kills early on.
This mid lane's probably the one to watch. At least the most even. Haven't seen GPK play too much Invoker. Well, he plays it, but not their first choice so far in the DPC. Just gonna see how he chooses to itemize. I haven't seen much success with the Quaswax. Oh,
it's all right.
is he dead?
He's looking pretty dead unless the Shadow Word can do something amazing. Oh, he's actually gonna live. It is. It's just enough. The Shadow Word. Yes, Save's got to be careful. Any more damage comes in really onto the two of them. Save will fall, but him and DM will manage to get back in time. But there we have it, the power of the Warlock. And heals enough to keep him alive.
The lack of power in that Shockwave. Double damage for the second point. Instead, we have 2 in power.
Actually, yeah, that is surprising. Yeah, going for the 1-2 one. Yeah, putting more points here early into that Empower.
Just not a fan, especially with Arcanes. Like, the Shockwave spam is just so effective. I understand you want to give bonus damage to both you and your ally, but it's not what I've seen most other offlane mags do. Let's see, Rune is not spawning because it's 5 minutes, Kyle, don't forget. Bottom lane, going very well for Team Spirit. Void pressured into buying more regen as well because he just takes so much harass. I think that's the 2nd or 3rd salve used.
That's complete free farm here for Collapse. Because they do have this excellent lane combo as we see.
Oh, they saw that ward too. It's a free XP and gold bonus. I'll be countered, no problem. Poor Maposhka.
Yeah, this is what, whenever you're sort of laning against a leaner and you're getting chased down, there's not really much you can do about it as a Warlock. Unlikely to be killed solo by Save, but sort of kept pushed right away from the action and giving DM this chance to farm. And obviously, with the extra points and power, this is the benefit. You are going to have that heavy right-click advantage.
Man, I just realized EG, they're like the only team I've seen that used like an old photo as a spray. And if only Fear was still part of the organization, we would have got that bathroom photo. That would have been a spray.
That would have...
Talk about asserting dominance.
I mean, Valve would have doubled their value as a company.
Instant sold out.
Yeah, they would have sold out of an unsell out of item.
Servers crash.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Oh, no, he's going for the skewer. Will he get it? No. Does not happen up top. Another the pixels too. Like
I just asked.
They spent the whole budget on the rights to the photograph.
Oh,
that's a kill.
Here's the first move from GPK. Ooh, that's gonna save him.
Okay.
All right, it's forced out, but it keeps him alive.
I think you take that. You force a rotation. That's a Ravage for a TP.
Well, GPK not with any quick measures of being able to get back to the mid, so yeah, space made and no lives lost here for Team Spirit.
Will that continue? So far, so good. I mean, the Spirit lineup certainly benefits from a slower paced game. They'd love an opportunity to get all their big spells online. If they can take the fights that they want, it's pretty tough for VP until much later in the game. I think just got to watch the Void's item progression. That's the key. He's going to have a free Battle Fury thanks to his mag. Wants a good start. Want to see some more Ancient stacks coming out as well if possible.
Have we got any? Not quite yet.
I think
maybe
that's
first round here.
Yeah, Lena's posted up. He knows his job. Does he have multiple?
Oh, yeah, he's got a double here.
Yeah, there you go. Will he get both?
Yeah, perfect.
Both. Easy. Time to spare.
I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead.
Thanks, guys. Thanks a lot.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
On top GM.
I had to work so hard to get my voice into the game. Needed the blessing of Val. Same with you, Owen. With these players, they just get to insert themselves. How do you think they determined that? Only 3 voice lines, but 5 players. They fight for it? Based on branding?
I imagine so.
Captains?
Yeah. Oh, DM. Can they do this? Yatoro, he's got 1 charges, but and he will skill the ult.
Oh, what? He didn't stick?
He wouldn't. Yeah, it wouldn't have been enough, right? Do some maths. Oh, Chrono's down. All right, dropping the Chrono for him.
I think that's enough.
No,
Wait,
no, it wouldn't have been. It's 150 mana, right?
10?
10 times 15?
Times-
Oh, he had mangoes.
Yeah.
He had a lot of mangoes.
No,
okay.
the mangoes were just picked
Oh,
up by...
okay, yeah, I was going to say I don't think he had the mangoes when he died.
Wait, 10 times 15...
That's not hard. Well, you can do it.
That's 150, but the ult costs 180. Oh, and he wouldn't have been. He would have done.
He wouldn't have. Yeah,
He would have.
he wouldn't have had it. You know, he knew as well. You know, he weren't wasting those charges. Yatoro did the maths.
Tower is
True.
under attack.
Oh,
Radiant's
I'm gonna catch him here.
is under attack.
Not that he wants him. Well, he just still have GPK up. Now Yatoro definitely having enough mana sustain to
Radiant's middle
make things a little difficult when it comes to VP trying to punish him here. And 4 heroes, 5 heroes,
heroes,
in
they're
fact
just
here.
top.
Guys, thanks.
I don't
This,
like
this feels a bit awkward. You
Yeah.
gotta split up. This ain't time. This is not the time to group up and go.
I mean, I'll be honest. VP didn't really play so clean in that last game. We were a little critical, but deservedly so of their smokes. Just, oh, well, we gotta do something. Oh, okay, let's try again. This game feels like that same, you know, Deer Lost in the Woods vibe, where they find the kill, but then they're all there. They don't have tower pressure. You're not going to be able to fight if the Tide TPs. They lost bot tower while that occurred. Like, their whole jungle is just gone. So, yeah, maybe just chill a bit. Go farm an Ancient stack with your Void MOM. Probably your only play.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Right, going for that Midas this game, GPK. A little earlier than what we saw from Toronto Tokyo today, rather than getting the full vessel, just sticking with the urn and going straight into it. Of course, the levels are going to have a heavy benefit this game. He's got some fantastic setup for that potential down the line. Gets that Axe, that Cataclysm, RP. I mean, a lot of stuff, like multiple sort of setups for that sort of late game, just game breaker.
I really like that he's going to go for the Midas before Vessel on GPK. The urn is nice. It's a little sustain, extra damage, very good for Quadsplex Invoker. But to go full Vessel in a game you don't really need it, just kills your item progression. Earlier you get the Midas, the better.
Oh.
Whoa.
Golem dropped.
Whoa.
Arena as well. They're straight in onto GPK. The Ravage coming in as GPK.
We got him.
Everything thrown down onto the Invoker. They're going to look to try and chase down Kingslayer over to the side. The RP's come out. They got the damage though. DM and Nightfall trying to focus Toronto Tokyo. Laguna comes out. Toronto Tokyo is still on the retreat. The Chrono's down. Team Nightfall has the damage with the Light Strike Array. Oh, no, they don't have further detection. They're not going to be able to kill it. Toronto Tokyo actually lives. As VP, they're going to lose a 4th potentially. DM's trying to run. They've got him. 4 dead on VP. They get nothing.
I'm dead.
Absolutely nothing. They took a fight 4-on-5. I know they used a bunch of spells, Owen, but Team Spirit, they had so many more remaining. Like, no Invoker. That's the team fight for Team Spirit. They get off the RP, they get off the Chrono, but there's just no damage.
I mean, look at this.
I mean, a whiff, and then I love this from Spirit. Just go. Like, they just blow everything just on the edge of that rock golem, and they use every single ability. Expected a shorter TP, I think. That would have caught the mag, and perhaps this fight goes even worse, but can it go worse for VP? I'm not even sure. We see the RP, but there's just no damage.
It came out to, I believe, just Toronto Tokyo, and then this man just tanked an RP, tanked a Chrono, yet he still doesn't die.
Yeah, that's, I mean, Team Spirit, repping the city. You know who's rooting for them? Every single team in this region. VP's going to TI. If you're Na'Vi, you're ASM Monaco Gambit, you are just thinking, hell yeah, Spirit, let's go. Because if you get to the major, that's one more team we don't have to compete against. And I already can foresee a final where it's those 2 teams playing for that one spot. It's kind of weird, but you don't actually want to root for the strongest team in your region in this season, too. You're hoping that next best steps up. Backstroke.
Aggressive on a Collapse, but Collapse, he doesn't fear VP right now. In fact, Teepers are coming in. Yatoro is going to land the stun onto Nightfall. Nightfall, this arena for Toronto Tokyo, though, it's caught GPK. They're on top of the Invoker. Invoker's going to get taken down, and now Nightfall, he's been left behind. He's got a time walk. They got any further catch it. DM's got to come across and try and get some safety for Nightfall. It's going to steward Yatoro in. A Light Strike Array holding back the Wraith King. Mirror, Collapse. They're still chasing. They're hunting him for DM. They're going to be able to find him in the trees. DM, he's got RP up, but he's not going to want to use it here. He's dead for sure. He'll accept his fate. As again, another move here where Spirit, they're just rolling over VP.
Radiant's
This is
bottom tower
unbelievable.
is under attack.
They're just fighting, and VP is like, okay, let's go for it. But guys, I know you got confidence. You're brawler extraordinaires, but this is not a team you can fight into. They didn't even have Ravage, but the threat of it was there.
Yeah.
It was coming off cooldown, so you knew buybacking and trying to recommit is not going to pan out.
Absolutely, yeah.
I'll blink in a moment.
They're doing that without the ultimates. You know, the ults are going to be good to go. As you say, yeah, Blink or Collapse ready to fly out.
I mean, we doubted the draft on, but we should, you know, our observer, they showed us the truth. These players, undefeated Wraith King and Tidehunter so far. One win, 9 wins, 1 loss on the Mirana. Hell yeah, you talk about comfort heroes, just pick what you're best with. Rock and roll, this is great stuff from Spirit. And the free smoke. They see it coming. Careful, GPK.
GPK
Are scanning.
not able to do anything, of course, onto Yatoro himself.
Dire
They've
are
got to play very careful, VP. They can't allow to have any more fights as the last few have been. GPK, is he going to go for this? They've scanned him.
Dire's top tower.
They
know
actually,
he's there.
they scan. They know GPK is still around. Oh.
Oh.
They've seen him. Arena's down. They've found him. Team Spirit there, knowing that GPK would still be hovering around this bottom half of the map.
And they hit him with the tips. VP still laughing, but those that gleeful laughter is turned into a bit of a nervous tick because I don't think they have an idea of how to fight once again. And VP, when they can't fight, has not seemed like the same team.
No.
Blink Ravage available, top 3 net worth, all Team Spirit. And their 5, man, is just nuts. What's the Wraith King's build? Is he gonna have a Radiant sometime soon? Indeed he is. I love that he went for the armlet this game though.
Radiant's bottom tower
Keeps
is
them.
under attack.
It's just so cost efficient on a hero like Wraith King. And that Midas is starting to look like it might not be enough to get GPK back into this.
It's going to be a slow one. He's had such a rough time off the last few moves that Team Spirit's been able to make against VP. And Team Spirit, they're not stopping. They're going to hit them with the smoke themselves.
Oh, they had a great ward though placed outside the Roche pit, so they saw that smoke.
Nightfall.
Oh. Close.
Nothing to get in there though. Collapse. It's found safe over to the side.
I'm dead.
I think he is.
I'm dead.
He knows the score.
Oh. Some nice jukes.
Oh. No.
Situation out of no situation.
I like the communication you can make now with enough voice lines. He was dead, but the best situation was certainly found, which is to just survive that extra 15 seconds.
Radiant's
Time
middle
waste.
tower is under attack.
I mean, VP, they've got to do something right. I feel like we're falling into sort of the same boat as last game, where VP just not a whole lot's being done. Spirit 11 for 2, 7k lead and growing with every passing minute. Give me good growth there against VP. VP, of course, they do have a solid combo themselves. Chrono, RP,
Bottom tower is
but
under
not the easiest of teams to find it against. Very unlikely that you're going to catch many of Spirit's members standing on top of one another.
Indeed, and you're going to need BKBs plus these initial damage items that are coming out for Virtus.pro before you can actually fight into Team Spirit. They just have way too much AoE control. Expect their next move to be Roshan. And there's that Midas on GPK, but it's looking rough, man. 11-2 the score. Neither support on VP is going to have much survivability. You're continuing to hunt with the arrows. The warding is ideal now. Yatoro controlling the Radiant Ancients. That's key. Whenever you're playing against this mag draft, Collapse putting his body between him and the enemies. You can't target a Tidehunter. It is not going to end well for you, Virtus.pro. And
Well,
once
they're
again,
yeah.
that's smoke into nowhere.
And Nightfall's actually just going to break out of it.
This team, maybe this explains a bit of their underperformance at the Major. When they aren't in control of the game, they look lost. And
Radiant's top tower is under
I mean, now it's so hard to make a move. Team Spirit are prepared. In fact, there's the jump. Collapse. Is it onto Kingslayer? VP, do they still want to try and go for something? They will break the tide away from the rest of them, but in the arena, Nightfall's been caught, jumps out with the Time Walk. RPE being used on the solo collapse. The ults come out, but the Ravage is ready, so he can disrupt the time that Nightfall's getting to try and beat down on the heroes. The Golem is up. They drop it on the Void. Nightfall's gone. As again, just Spirit having much greater composure in these team fights, as VP are really struggling with these 5v5s.
Brought him out of the Sunstrike.
Collapse.
Run!
He's gonna blink in a second.
Yeah, he will.
Ah, they've got him.
Hey.
So something to be found there at the end of it, but still not really big enough of a kickback against Spirit to get VP in a happier position. They lose the tier 2 top. Money's gonna be there for the Relic to be grabbed by Yatoro. Things continue to look up and up here for Team Spirit.
You said it yourself, Owen, like, you know, the Twitch chat, everyone could see that Ravage coming. He's standing there. He's like, okay, you want to do that?
Nightfall. Nice. Okay.
There was no scenario that was going to work. He chronos, there's a Ravage, interrupts the CM ulti. Of course Collapse is going to pop his spell. Oh, GBK, that's popping. Careful.
Mirror is out of leaps. One in a second. Gonna do anything to save him? They cannot. Another kill found here by VP. But yeah, like sort of pre-BKB, it's hard. You know, any of these sort of large-scale AoE ultimates are always going to mess with the Void, right? The Ravage, even just the drop of the Golem, you're just taking away those precious seconds that Nightfall needs to lock down on whoever he's caught in it.
I actually think this might have been a BKB rush game, even before the Sanj and Yasha. Just because you need uninterrupted damage in the chrono.
No, it's not easy. It's not easy.
Not easy, yeah.
If you don't, because you're never going to catch all these heroes. Somebody somewhere is going to have something to throw at you when you've used the chrono this game. It's not easy.
Now a DD, I love this from Toronto. BKB right after. Trying to think, VP, you know, you'd love to get something going. No Ravage, you have RP, but you don't have a blink on DM, thus your initiation is a Tornado or a Chronosphere. It's not realistic.
Spirit, they're going to look for the Roshan objective hit.
Good time.
And they're pretty much getting away with this. Radiance done on Yatoro.
Solar Crest, Vlad's next item. Love it. Just stack those auras, bonus damage. And a gem to boot from Aposhka. Look at the ward control they've got. Sure, they have no control over bottom of their Ancient camp, but they don't care. They're just trying to deny Void this Ancient. And I believe they've done so successfully for the last 10 minutes or so.
Yeah, I don't think he's been really able to farm this area at all.
Yep. Now an Aegis Wraith King. I've got a Radiance. Suddenly my farm increases, and VP, it's the same old story. We're going to smoke into the Aegis with Ravage and all other spells on cooldown. Good luck, sir. Good luck. You got Blink on Mag, RP?
It's a tough move. But it's just sort of a testament to show how rough of a position VP feel that they're in if they feel that they have to try for these sort of plays. There. RP's dropped down. They've got Toronto, Tokyo. Clean move and nothing to be done. So all in all, you know, that's something. You know, they can't really hope for too much off the back of these smokes because of them being behind. Getting a core, you know, that's not bad.
I don't know, man. Like, they just give up 2 towers for that now, though. At least bottom will fall once the creep wave gets there. And honestly, if I'm Spirit, I just keep going.
Sure, yeah, I mean Spirit. Yeah, they're not going to be shaking up too much. But yeah, at least for VP, better than the smokes they're able to find towards the end of last game. It gets them a kill, they don't lose anyone.
I disagree, Owen. I don't think that kill gives you much at all.
Yeah, but you know, smokes last game weren't great. You know.
True. Okay.
The standard's not very high.
It's better.
The standard's not high. They had a rough one in the second half of last game.
Yeah.
So it's progress.
It's like getting catered food, right? Yeah. If it's edible, it's above average.
Yeah.
Now he's back alive, and it's time to chase VP back to their side of the river. Oh, careful.
DM.
Oh, if he had quick cast, maybe he gets that Yules off.
They'll get saved instead.
I'm dead.
So, you get the kill, you push lane, you lose tower, and now Spirit just kick you right back out. And if he gets vision of the high ground with the courier, he's going to grab the 1 ward placed as well. Now on to mid. You've got Aegis. Time to go. I'd like to see Spirit fight. They won't be able to time it before Void has BKB, so the fights get a little more difficult.
And
They're not out of the, like, look, making memes of it, but VP, they're still in this. They've got Void. They will have the late game. You can always find multiple man Chronospheres.
talk about making memes. I'm not too sure about the item saves got queued up. What do you reckon about this, Kyle?
Was it a Meteor Hammer or something?
It's even more kind of strange. So on save, on the Lina.
Okay.
Does that do much for him this game?
Not against Tide. Mars is going to have BKB. Maybe for the supports?
I mean, Mirana's got a Yules.
The right-click damage?
He's changed. I was gonna.
He changed it.
I was like, yeah, there's no way he's buying an Orchid.
Okay.
He's not gonna buy an.
Here we go.
They're much more expected. The Glimmer Cape.
This was so inherited from Sol. It's like, gosh, we can't get out on the map. We're losing. Let's go smoke, guys. We're going to fight him.
Allies disappear.
This move's gonna hurt if
Oh, they
VP
should
gets
have
caught
seen
by
that.
this.
Fort Spirits got blocked.
Oh.
Will they venture outside of the base?
Have we got the full ags on GPK? We do. We got the full. So he's
Whoa,
got.
whoa.
Oh. They make the jump. Nightfall is able to get the BKB off. Now maybe they can look to turn. They're in. Onto the two of them. They've got the Chrono down. They're focusing. There's the Cataclysm coming into play. Takes out Dota2, brings down Yatoro the ones. Ravage comes out for Collapse, catches the four of them. Now Team Spirit's ready to hit back. They're onto DM. And take down the Magnus. Buyback comes out straight away from him. As Yatoro will fall a second time. He's ready for a third round though, of course. Turns towards Nightfall. RP comes out from DM. The Light Striker Ray is there as well. They've taken out the Wraith King. Dead for good now. As Wraith King's gone, VP now ready with a cleanup. Collapse, he might blink out to safety, but Meposhka, he'll get left behind. It's VP able to pull together a solid fight outside the walls of their base.
That was sick. Like, big mistake from Spirit there. They all in for this idea they were going to get a stun arrow off. Does not land. And suddenly it's like, oh, okay. Well, Collapse, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Use that arena. I'm going to chrono you. You're going to go down. Cataclysm Chronosphere. They just got that timing.
It just delivered. Literally, we had the courier flying in. There it is now.
What happens to the arrow? So here it comes in, and he just BKB'd. Yeah.
I think it hit a creep, actually.
Yeah. It doesn't matter. I mean, Collapse just put themselves way out of position. As soon as you get the double chrono, like, this is it. Doesn't matter the rock's there to counter-initiate. It's just kerplow.
I mean, and this combo is going to hurt. It doesn't matter how far behind you are. Cataclysm, with this sort of setup,
yeah,
it's going to kill someone. Almost certainly two. You know, it is going to be something that will be quite the challenge for Team Spirit to fight into, despite the strengths and lead that they have built up.
Yeah, love the buyback from DM too. He knew I have RP. Maybe I'm not needed, but secures the kill. They kill Wraith King 3 times.
Yeah.
They might have just straight up turned this game. Like, might have counted him out too soon, but wait, or have we?
That's
he has
a
no
dieback.
buyback. Push bot wave, 74 seconds.
That's a big window.
Dire's middle
Big
tower
window, no Magnus, no Chrono.
Do we have Ravage up soon?
About the same as the Chrono here. Same timing.
Okay. Mid-tier 2 will likely be a target. You gotta be serious. Spirit, they need better initiation. You also cannot go for a Void in that spot if you're not able to 100 to 0 him, because he'll just leap, now full HP, now BKB, and if all of a sudden there's 3 heroes in melee range, it's the easiest chrono of your life, and we witnessed there. Cataclysm equals double Sunstrike on all targets chronoed.
Radiant are scattered.
And yeah, see, I like this more than what we saw out of Toronto, Tokyo. You know, he maxed Exort. Like, I think that no matter what, as an Invoker, you never want to see max Wex. It's just not nearly as impactful as getting to hit this crazy Ags max damage Sunstrike Cataclysm combo. This is what the hero is meant to do here. And yeah, that net worth is quite low, but it's deceiving because
That's the damage you can do.
Yeah, he's a Cataclysm.
Yeah.
That's his role in a team fight, and it's all on the chrono. No hard save on the side of Spirit, so they got to be very cautious. VP, oh, to do something smoke. You love it. Cooldown's up. Let's just go, folks.
Yep.
Can't stay stuck in our base.
Chrono and a Cataclysm is going to kill anybody.
They don't want Mira.
They want something bigger. Ooh, it's
He's
not,
got buyback.
not necessarily the big Chrono they were hoping for. Just a Warlock.
Outpost bottom is available as well.
Oh, they're still going to try for the RP. He's got the two of them, but the counterplay's there for Collapse. Comes in with the Ravage, but the BKB's out for Nightfall. This Cataclysm comes in. Toronto Tokyo goes down. Yatoro goes down the once. Buyback's coming out straight away here from Team Spirit. They'll look to try and turn. Yatoro's in with the jump onto GPK. GPK in with the Ghost Walk, but the Golems drop down. GPK pushing them back with the Deafening Blast as he'll try and run, but the Gush is there. Collapse jumps in, finishes him off. Team Spirit make the call to put all in on this team fight, come in with 2 buybacks, and now they look to try and push the high ground whilst Chrono and Cataclysm are down.
Oh, the creeps, do they have a wave? Oh, it's counts. They got credit for, I guess, one of those creeps that had just died out. Oh, wait, no, just kidding, there's an archer. A lonely archer is actually going to enable this push.
They're jumping in.
They're going.
Nightfall. He's going to get pinned to his own Ancient. And they got the follow, they got the Gush, they don't have enough damage. Nightfall, he's tanky enough and more than happy to turn. Yatoro, he's dove in for this, he's dead the once. See if they can take him down a second time. The stun is out to Nightfall, but they got the Laguna, the Deafening Blast, push the man. Nightfall's able to get the time walk off. Yatoro dying underneath the tier 4s, under his own play, going to dive in. As Spirit, they'll throw away 2 of their lives, and now they've got to run. VP hot in the chase out of the base. Toronto Tokyo popping the arena, and the Spirit trying to push them back. Nightfall and Mirror going to be chased down here by DM. Mirror and Toronto, they will get out of there, but still out. A bit of a dive there from Spirit, and it will hurt them. They'll lose up on that opportunity to potentially get the tier 3 in the racks.
I can't see the future, but I think in about 5 minutes, we're going to see some 6-4-4s being spammed in the chat. That was one of the more YOLO moves I have ever seen.
Oh.
What do you think? Wow, Spirit, so much. They could have got a Rax, perhaps. They could have gone back for Roche. I mean, instead they dived tier 4s.
They were just, and it wasn't even close to killing Nightfall. We saw they stunned him down to half HP, if even that. Nowhere close to being able to threaten the life of this Void with that dive under the tier 4s. And now Roche, it's all VPs. And in a state of the game where buybacks from both sides are kind of on cooldown, spent out, it's just meaning everything there we have at the moment where it really did all go wrong for Team Spirit.
The arrow's off. Maybe if that arrow hits, you've got a shot, but even so, a GPK buyback ends that. Like, he's an invoker, he's gonna tornado. That's gonna buy you enough time to get the Void leap off. And they're literally under tier 4s. There's no Ravage.
I think if anything, they were lucky to not lose more heroes here, as they are able to get the 3 of them out. But the big one being the one that hurts the most there, losing Yatoro off the back of that jump.
And if you look at the net worth, these feeds...
It slammed right back round,
Yeah, Nightfall suddenly
look at that.
Gets real spooky. This is why they third-picked it, wanted to prevent any scenario. Spirit were able to grab it themselves. Void going to be the late-game hero in this critical game 3.
Yeah, he's huge now. Off the back of that fight, you see, yeah, this SNY, Scardy, BKB. You can't jump this, man. You can't jump, and the chances of actually blowing him up, you're just not quite there. You know, Yatoro, he needs that AC done. He needs that extra bit of oomph, really, to be able to have the damage to kill Void. Void's going to be jumping all over the place, and even if you land all the ultimates, he's probably still going to be able to do so. Nightfall, an incredibly hard target to kill at this stage.
Pause. But I just don't know, man. This is getting harder and harder. Soon there'll be a BKB on Invoker. Suddenly, Spirit's complete lack of real BKB piercing Dable. I know they have the Warlock Golem, but it's really just not the same.
Not going to cut it against a carry that's not, has the BKB and multiple, jumps. Nightfall's getting out every single time.
Yep, the easy shard as well. Love that. One of the better shards, especially against all these big cooldowns of Spirit. Maybe bait something out.
No, absolutely.
Hop out to safety.
Spirit, we'll see what the next move is. It's going to be a lot harder, though. Pretty much back to even on the net worth. They're going to try, though. They're coming out with the smoke. Again, this time they'll be the team making the move into a side that does have all the ults ready. See, they'll catch DM. Toro's in. DM. Can they save him in time? The Golem's going to be dropped down. DM can't get off the RP. The Chrono comes out from Nightfall. Cataclysm follow up as well onto the 3 of them. They take down Yatoro the watch. Toronto Tokyo will fall as well as Mirror. As Nightfall, he's ready to keep the cleanup going. Over towards Yatoro. Triple kill for him. And they're not done yet. The tornado control for GPK comes out onto Collapse. As Spirit, they really have. They've collapsed completely. Nightfall, ultra kill. And when you have sort of this large of a loss of momentum, I don't know if you're getting it back.
They're feeling themselves now. That was just, again, a punish on Toronto Tokyo. Nightfall playing near flawlessly with Chronosphere's placement.
Yeah.
Every time the Mars is caught off guard, he's just chronoed. It's a bait almost. He's looking at Yatoro, Oh, there's a Mars I can grab too. All right, Chrono, Cataclysm, GPK. Super simple game for him. Once the fight breaks out, he just chills, waits, brings down massive pain, and Alacrity now, that's a Rax. Still an Aegis as well. Maybe go for more.
Full MKB on Nightfall. These massive items just continue to fly out off the back of every successful team fight. And Spirit, what do they got? They're going to have the full roster probably up. Maybe after the round. We'll see how much they can go to the side. Yatoro! DM gets the jump immediately, takes Yatoro out of the base. That's him down once. Is he going to get the backup in time? I don't know. BKB's committed by Nightfall. Yatoro, he's instantly dead. A beautiful grab there from DM. As Yatoro, he's gone and out of the game. 70 seconds, no buyback. They've just destroyed Yatoro. The last 3 moves ever since that dive under the tier 4, Yatoro's just completely lost it.
Man, it really looked like VP were on the ropes. I'm laughing at them as they smoked to nowhere, it seemed, but credit to them. They make you beat them. And they just played with more tenacity, more aggression. They're the ones fighting, so they're setting up the fight.
They know there's no buyback on the Wraith King. They can play as aggressive as they want. Grabbing Collapse. Collapse, no Ravage for 20 seconds. He's trying to run, but Nightfall's chasing. Collapse is gone. He does have buyback. There's still a lack of Ravage and a lack of a carry. As VP, they'll push on. See how much this first buyback scares them. I don't think it does. They still know Wraith King, 20 seconds.
Chrono in 5.
As they're looking for the end. DM, he's grabbed Mirror. Mirror tries to leap out, but Mirror's gone. Does have buyback available as well. But the damage being done here, the tier 4s are taken. Nightfall, as you said, with the Chrono, he's gonna continue to stay here.
GPK just chilling in Invis, waiting to Cataclysm. Oh no.
They've got to watch for this Chrono Collapse. He's in with the Ravage. Have they got the follow? They've got the Arena, the control, onto the Magnus. The Chrono's going to get dropped down onto the backlines. They find the 2 squishies, both Mirror and Miposhka wiped out. Out for good. No buyback available for them. Nightfall now turns over towards Yatoro, brings him down the once with no Ravage. There's very little Collapse can do to keep this Void off the Wraith King. As Nightfall chases on. The RP comes out as they're all going down here. GG is called. VP will continue to hold on to the title here at the top